Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Aurora 4X, the game which is really complicated, but really kind of fun. So, last time we designed a new class of ship and we set them to be built. So, let us start advancing time. Let's see what we have in waiting in store. Being promoted, people being promoted. Good for you, good for you, good for you. Ooh, that's a load of people being switched out. And there we go, construction to convert conventional industry to fuel refinery, to convert to mine, convert to construction factory, all completed. Excellent. So let's have a look at what we can build now. There are a number of things I would like to build. There are quite a few things I actually want to get building, like, for instance, mass drivers, but that's not necessary right now, and I'll explain about that later. Commercial shipyard complex, definitely want to think about that, because we will need that to be able to launch our giant cargo barges. More mines, etc. All really useful. Research labs. Yes, I would definitely like more research labs. How long would it take me to get 5 research labs up and running? I wonder. 5. Great. It will take me a couple of years. Let me cancel that. Okay, how long would it take me to get a commercial shipyard complex up and running? It'd still take me a couple of years. I think the commercial shipyard complex is more necessary because once we get up and running, it needs to be able to expand. And then we'll probably do the research centers. So for now, let's close that. Let's keep going. So the commercial shipyard center basically can only make commercial ships. But of course, it can be much bigger for cheaper, I think. And we'll need it to actually build stuff like cargo barges, which are gigantic. Ooh. The Rock Mage and the Patupi are built. Yes. So if we open ships, we should be able to see them. Hello. Hello. Commander Sam Reynolds. Commander Lewis Field. Aren't you looking mighty fine today? It tells us the class down there, doesn't it? Rock Mage class in brackets. I wonder if that carries true for when it actually goes out around the solar system. In which case, I should probably rename them. Screw it. I'm going to rename them. Just going to get rid of that rock bit at the beginning. We're just going to go a very typical naval designation. Tell me to put a HMS or something, but we'll stick with it as it is because these each describe them. So, the GEV Patupi and the GEV Rock Mage. Right. So let's close that. Let's pull open the fleet orders, which you can use F12 to get. Yay! So everyone currently is in the shipyard task group. TG is task group. I don't want them in the shipyard task group. I also want to rename the shipyard task group. Because currently this is going to be under S. When we have multiple task groups, it's going to be annoying. You're going to have to look under S. I want it to be at the top. So I'm going to put a space. You could also put an exclamation mark. Like if anyone like used old forums like on MSN or whatever and used to be like exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, my forum, because that way you'd be at the top of the list. It looks tacky to do that in my opinion. So I'm going to put space and then it looks like it's indented or something. And then I'm just going to be like, right, I want to detach. I think it will detach all of them. No, it just detaches the one I've got selected. Or did it? Yeah, it just selected the one I got selected. So let's detach you as well. I should have hit split or something. There's a button for split. I think. Here we go. You should have hit divide task group or split task group. So I'm going to detach Rock Mage as well. And you see that we've now got the task group of Patupi and the task group of Rock Mage, each containing Patupi and Rock Mage. I could rename the task groups to like Survey 1 and Survey 2, but honestly, since they're single ships, I don't mind just seeing the name. Now, this is the fun part. Patupi, Rock Mage. I would like you to do these orders. So, default order, primary. Survey nearest asteroid, moon, planet, planet or moon, body, nearest 5 system bodies. I could do system bodies, although they would start looking at asteroids, and I kind of want to do the planets and moons first. So I'm going to say I would like one of them to do the nearest planet or moon, and secondary... secondary can just be 5 system bodies. Yeah, actually, we'll do that for both of them. And then conditional order. Conditional A. When your fuel is less than... You are very efficient. 20%. I would like you to refuel at colony. And when your supply points less than 20%, I would like you to resupply at colony. I don't think that's necessary because I don't think that they resupply because of their maintenance, but I can leave that in there, it won't hurt. So if I tell you to do that, you should go and do all the fancy stuff. I don't think I need to hit set or anything. I think you just do it automatically. So if I switch between them, yeah. Let's go for 2P. 2P, I would like you to survey that, and then nearest 5 system bodies. And if your fuel gets to less than 20%, I would like you to refuel at colony. So just pick the nearest colony, which will be Earth. And if your supply points get less than 20%, I would like you to resupply at colony. Right. And I believe if we zoom in, we need to be zoomed in on Earth. Thank you very much. Take off auto turns. Right, so this is Luna. This is the moon. Hit 5 seconds. You see that they've suddenly started moving. They haven't moved very far, of course, because we've only had 5 seconds. However, if we now bring up the fleet menu, F12, we should be able to see geological survey on Luna. And Patupi is geological survey on Venus. There we go. Ooh, I have no idea what the order of battle is. Oh, it's 1 times Rock Mage class, which is the Patupi. Okay, I see what that is. So they've now picked their destinations and they're going to do that. So let's see how fast you get to Luna. 5 minutes. Bam! It took 1.5 days in the late 60s and early 70s to get to Luna. It took us just over 5 minutes. Oh yeah. We go, 1,200 kilometers a second. We're pretty cool. So, for instance, if we were to go, say, how far could we go in a day? That would be too complicated for me to calculate. It would be 60 times 60 times 24. I can't bother to do that. It's actually 3,600 times that by 24. So we're looking at roughly about 100,000, right? 3,600 times that by 20. 100,000. A million. A million? A million. Must be a million. So we can go like 1 million kilometers in a day. So we should be able to go in a day. We should be able to get to Jupiter. That sounds about right, actually, considering the speed we're moving at. We just went 5 minutes and we got to we got to Luna. So let's try 20 minutes. 1 hour. Another hour. Dunno, maybe I got that wrong by a sig fig or something in there. Doing maths while recording videos is particularly difficult. But look at that puppy. And this one, by the way, is generating survey points. So survey points needed. 138. It's generating 3 per hour. So you can see it just dropped by 3. 8 hours later. So let's expand force forward time by a day. 8 hours. Another 8 hours should do it. And you see it's now moving away. Geological survey Mars. So that's going to go and head to Mars. I really hope there's something at Mars. Oh, it really it's only just finished. It hasn't even moved off Luna yet. So now we can actually have a look at what is on Luna. Which is awesome, because hopefully there'll be something awesome on Luna, which is the moon. Luna, of course, being the Latin name for the moon. So it's like the moon. It's like, yes, there is only one, but there are many moons. A moon is just effectively a natural satellite. So by doing this and bringing up the system information, we can look at Luna. And unfortunately, this S means that we've surveyed it and it has no minerals. No mineral deposits. That's incredibly disappointing. I was really hoping that we'd be able to set up a nice colony on Luna and mine stuff, because it's just really nearby and easy. So we've got a colony cost of 2. But sadly, it was not to be. Because it's got acceptable gravity, acceptable water, it just doesn't have an atmosphere. That's the reason that it's only a colony cost of 2. It's fairly cheap. Something like Venus. Oh, it's got gravity, but the water and the atmosphere? No. And the temperature? Way too much. The atmospheric pressure, 25. It takes the highest, it goes, right, the atmospheric pressure is 25 times too high? Yep. That would be the issue. I'm not sure if it's actually 25 times too high. Let me just check. Pressure, 100. Yeah, it is 25 times too high. We can only tolerate an atmospheric pressure of 4 max. So, yeah. My hopes are on Mars being something decent. It's a bit of a shame that Luna is boring. We could always set up a colony there, but it would just be people living there. There wouldn't actually be any infrastructure going on there. And certainly, it's something we might do later on, but at the beginning of the game where we're kind of hoping that we can actually get, you know, our bang for our buck, no, this is not what we want. Right, so let us just check how we're doing with industry. Amount remaining 2.5. It'll be completed next year. Okay, and how are we doing with research? Within the year. Within a year, okay. Right, so I'm going to put auto turns on, and I'll put auto turns on a day. Look, bam, straight to Mars. And they're starting to survey, like, the moons of Mars, Mercury. I believe that's Jupiter. And they're starting to survey the moons of Jupiter. Saturn. Oh my god, I love having these vessels being so fast. I think the game I played previously, my practice game, I was using conventional engines. Look at them go. They're just like, yep, just going to survey everything. Super fast. With 3 survey things on each of them. Worth it. I mean, it was a slower start getting into space, but now we're in space. Boy, these puppies can go. And they're going to survey the crap out of everything for us. Then they're probably going to start on the asteroids, I bet. So where are they headed at the moment? Oh, they're picking the dwarf planets. Wow. They're going for it. They really are going for it. There's no stopping these guys. Takes a few days to get to the dwarf planets, but yeah. Nice. Right, let's start going to 5-day increments. And we should have something completing this year, I believe. I could go 30-day increments, but I like watching these guys go around. The first time... There we go. Construction commercial shipyard. The first time we've been to space since the early 70s and... Wow. I mean, like, not low orbit. I mean, like, proper space. Because the International Space Station is actually in low orbit. I don't mean, like, satellites. I mean manned spaceflight. And we've got... Each of these has got, like, 52 guys on or something? Or was it 60 when we finished? And suddenly we're just zipping around the solar system like, no big deal. I just passed Pluto. Yeah. It's cool. This is what happens when you make me in charge of your stellar empire. Right. So, shipyard. That would be F12. That's the task group. No, wrong one. F2. I would like to go to manage shipyards. Well, that explains why it took so long. I was dubious. We just built 5 shipyards. Because I'm an idiot. It must have had the 5 in from when I was doing other stuff. It's fine. We've got 5 shipyards. We cool. Bit weird. But okay. You know, we make mistakes. So, I can rename these shipyards after people. I've got a long enough list. Yeah, let's rename you. Can I select name? No, I don't want to do that. I want to rename. Rename? Oh, no, that's system body. No, I don't want to rename the system body. Can I not rename here? Default fleet, select name. Auto rename. Rename shipyard. There we go. Right. You are going to be the Wormtail Construction. Wormtail 90 Construction. And I'm going to name only one of these at the moment because I'm not sure I need to name all of them. Rename shipyard. You are the Villa Sempre shipyard. Right. What I want you to do is add 10,000 ton capacity per slipway. Yes. You notice the build cost here, 240. If we did this to Wormtail, yeah, that's 20 times. So, commercial shipyards. Really useful. And it'll take exactly a year to do that. So yeah, let's do that. Set activity. And you know what? We'll do it to this shipyard here as well. Set activity. And I will rename you. And you are going to be the Bracknell Exile shipyard. Right. So they're all going to be adding that capacity. I probably want to expand them a little bit more to like something like 30,000 tons, but that'll do for the moment. You've got no activity on this shipyard, so I will actually probably want to expand you. I won't want to use you anytime soon, but I will just only expand you 2,000 for now. So I'll set you to expand, and I'll leave these 3 for the moment. Honestly, shouldn't have built these, but I did, so, oh well. I'll rename them if we actually come to use them. Right, so what are we actually doing here? Construction of commercial shipyard complex. Yeah, because I built so many of them. Whoopsie. That time could be spent usefully producing research labs. Right, create. And that will take us only a year? Oh, hello. In which case, I'm going to modify that. I want to create, say, 10 more. There we go. That's more like it. Because that will basically increase our research rate by 3 times what it is currently. And that's very useful because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. So let us do some more research. There we go. Research into research rate is improved. Research into research rate. Yeah, put a research rate in your research rate so you can research while you research. Right. What I want to do next. Could do gravitational sensors to start looking at jump points. Could do construction rate for only 5,000 RP. Mining production might be useful. Shipyard operation. Number of fairly cheap things in construction production. I will probably want to look at improving our reactor tech to pulse. And probably a number of things here, actually. Like, there's a number of things that I want to research, including stuff like, better power modifiers, etc. Probably mostly for military ships that don't need to have particularly long range or be out for particularly long. Improved geological survey sensors. Very expensive. Probably don't want it right now. Genetics, terraforming. Don't want to do terraforming quite yet. It's tempting. Don't get me wrong. Very tempting. Let's go for mining production. Show me the scientists who match. Max Labs 5. Create. Yeah, do that. Right. And while we're at it, let's actually check the mining. So, the geranium. This means that we are annually producing less than 4,000. Our projected usage is 12,000. Our stockpile is only 5,000. Years to depletion, 40. Okay, well, we're going to need to think about producing some more of that in the near future. How are we doing in terms of fuel? Let's start fuel production, why not? Annually, we produce 400,000 litres. Probably need to do a bit more refining at some stage. Not quite yet, though. We don't have quite that many ships. And what else have we got to look for? Years of depletion. 22 Vendorite. That's probably not an issue. Cobramite, probably not too much of an issue either. We're okay for now. We're okay for now. I'm just wondering if we're going to start running out of those, but we'll only be able to see when it becomes a bit more of an issue. So, right. More research is being done. One active research lab. That's why it slowed us. Patupi is unable to carry its special survey orders. There's no acceptable destination within 10 billion kilometers. Okay. So that means you've finished surveying all the planets and all the moons and all the dwarf planets. Just finished on Sedna. One active research lab. So let me pull up the research lab. I could add an extra on here. Instead, I think I'm just going to... Actually, I can't. Oh, no, you can. I was about to say that he can only manage 5 research labs, but he's actually improved so he can manage 10. I'm probably just going to get someone working nice and slow on... Pebble beds? Yeah, let's do pebble beds. So, get you working on it. You're going to have crazy bonus anyway. Only 1 research lab, but still, 5 years. And Patupi, I need to give you new orders. Patupi. Nearest 5 system bodies. no special order. And then you see it's got geological survey, and it's surveying a load of asteroids. That's because we've told it to do that near the Kuiper Belt. It's something like the Kuiper Russell Belt? I can't remember the last name. So it's doing a lot of research around there. If we actually switch on asteroids, you'll be able to see... wait, 5 seconds. It's waiting to process all the asteroids. It wants you to see all of the asteroids. Why can I not see asteroids? Asteroids. System bodies, asteroids. Why am I not seeing them? Oh! Because I selected asteroids with colonies only. There we go. CNC that's moving around all the asteroids out here. I'll probably get the other one to move towards Earth before I start doing that so I can look at the ones inside. But I'm going to switch back to asteroids with colonies only. Could do asteroids with minerals. But I'll probably just select colonies only for now, just to keep the view a little bit more sensible. Now, since we are getting to that stage in the game, let us have a look at who currently has minerals. So I would like to show if minerals on asteroids, moons, show if minerals, and let's go back to Sol A. So you can see that we have Mars, Geranium, 0.8 availability, and it has 1.6 million roughly, and Titanium, over 8 million with a 0.9 availability. That's good, especially since Geranium is like basically like space steel. Yes. Mars, we're setting up a colony because I want all this. I want this mining done. What else have we got? You. So is you're a dwarf planet, aren't you? Yeah. You've got nothing on you. Jupiter, you've got nothing on you, which is a shame. Io, Cobramite, Tritanium, Macassi. That's pretty cool. Colony cost is only 5.75. Why is it 5.75? Temperature cost factor. Okay. So, acceptable gravity is yes. Water available, no. So we're never going to be able to fully colonize it because it hasn't got water. Breathable atmosphere, no. You don't have an atmosphere. So we could introduce an atmosphere, but by introducing an atmosphere, you generally warm a body anyway. So we'd have trouble with the whole atmosphere thing. But we could put something like a remote mining outpost there. Or we could actually put a colony there. They just have to live in like biodomes. It's not terrible at 5.6, but it's not great either. That said, great place to actually set up a outpost in terms of the fact it's got Cobramite, Tritanium, Macassium. Not as good as Mars, but pretty good. What have you got? A little bit of Geranium, Saturn, Saurium. Now, because it's a gas giant, you can't really set up a particular base on it because, well, it's made of gas. Technically, if you go to the core, it's probably liquid because of the pressure. But the point is you can't stand on it. You would sink and probably suffocate. You can, however, make refinery ships that fly through the atmosphere, sucking up the gas and refining it. That's a thing you can do. What have you got? Very little. It's ignorable. Geranium, it's okay, but Uranus has got 20 million Saurium. Nice. Puck, a little bit of everything, but not much to be worried about. Saurium, you've got 16. Not really. And then Neptune has got nothing. The moons of Neptune have got nothing. And then we found an asteroid which has 20,000 Geranium. Okay. So the two things I'm interested in so far are Mars and Io. Both of these are actually really, really tasty. Now, I don't know about Io. The Cobramite, the Tritanium, the Macassium are both. All of them are pretty useful. They're not Geranium, which is you need straight away out the gate. But they will be useful. Give it about a decade and we'll want to have a look at those. Mars, on the other hand, I want you right now. But that Geranium is going to be really helpful. That Tritanium is going to be really helpful. Not so much the Tritanium, but the Geranium straight away. Great. 0.8 availability. It's not, 1. It's not a 0.9, but it's still pretty okay. I think what we'll do is we'll probably send a colony over there. A proper colony. In terms of Io, I'm not sure. What I will do is I'm going to add a colony. And add a colony. That just means that, we have designated them as colony planets. No one lives on them. 0 million people here. No one lives on these planets. It's fine. But, in the future, they will do. We also haven't done any research on, say, the comets. And tend to have quite a few minerals that you want to go mine, so we'll have a research of those as our ships get around to it. But I think we're in a pretty good place right now. So let's do a little bit more skipping forwards. When an active research lab, Rock Mage is unable to carry out orders. So Rock Mage, I would like you to move to Earth. Yeah, and why not refuel at Earth? You've also fallen back on your orders here, but I actually don't want you to do that. So I'm actually going to tell you to no special order, because I actually want you to just go to Earth. Can I remove? I can't double click to remove. Okay, and Earth. Fuel from colony. Okay. Close, and we need a research labs. And see, now we've got Mars and IO shop here. So industry, research labs, research, there we go. Purple reactor, I'm gonna add a research lab to that. Hopefully we can get the pulse engines for our cargo ships, although I'm dubious if we'll get that in time. We also need to start researching things like cryogenics so we can transport people to Mars. Capacity is added to our commercial shipyards, and we have another research lab. Sweet! Right, research. You're still aiming for the 31st, which isn't really great, so let's bring you down. 31st. The 31st of the 20th century. You know, I just say the 31st as if, you know, it's no big deal. Coming next month. And we probably want to increase our shipyards. I could put them on continual expansion. If you go to manage shipyards, you can go, right, oh, I just want you to continually expand, except then it looks not neat, because then it's not like nice numbers, because it's just like adding a few tons every day. So I'm going to do, you know, a manual expansion. I didn't click set activity. There we go. You're optimized up a little bit more. Right. 30 days. Rock Mage has completed orders. Right. Rock Mage. Special orders. Primary. There's not a survey nearest comet, is there? No. Okay. Survey next 5 system bodies. Sure. Completed research into mining production. Sweet! That should improve our mining rate. Now, we need to find where cryogenic stasis is. Shipbuilding, etc. Shipbuilding rate. Research rate, really expensive now. Mining. Fuel production. Expand civilian economy. Construction rate. Logistics. Cargo handling system. I would like that. We need that anyway. We definitely need that. What else do we have? We've got cryogenic stuff here. Kind of cheap. We should be fine on that one. Who have we got matching? You. Well, just, you know what? Screw it. Just jump all in. Use all the factories. It'll take you, like, no time at all. And by factories, I mean research labs. And we have another research lab. I wish you could just be like, oh, I'll just manually add the research labs. I don't care. But I'll do this manually. Add a research lab. And another one. And we've completed cargo handling systems. Sweet. Which means we can go back to logistics, show mansion salaries only, and I can select cryogenic transport. Jennifer, if you wouldn't mind, begin. Right, you should take until next year. Sweet, along with the pale bed reactor technology. Let's kick it back. And Wormtail's just added 2,000 more. Ooh, hello. Patupi has fallen to 98 98.44%. The ship has exceeded its planned deployment time. Ooh. Oh, also, Commander Louise Boyle has been killed in an accident. Wasn't assigned. Patupi only has 15.2% of its maximum fuel. Patupi, you can see, is heading back to Earth. I might just give Patupi some orders and be like, Patupi, you just come back in. You've been out for a while. Refuel at Earth, and can I give you Earth and resupply? Begin overhaul. Probably should begin the overhaul. I think that means that basically it rewinds the how long it's been outclocked to 0 and it can start again. Yeah, let's add the move as well. And what are we doing? Oh yeah, we want to expand shipyard. So the Wormtail 90. I probably want to expand you to... I don't mind if you take a while to do this expansion, because this is going to be, you know, some of the bigger classes. Like, we've built a 6,000-ton vessel in a military shipyard, which we've now got, you know, much bigger commercial shipyards for. This is our military shipyard, and I'm expanding it quite a lot. So I know this is a little bit on the heavy side, but we're going to take it up to 15,000 tons. It's going to take us quite a lot of uranium, but I feel we could do it. Okay, close that. And the Bracknell Exile and Villa Sempre have also finished their expansions. So, what are you on now? 30,000 tons? Sure. I would like you to add an extra slipway then. That'll take you 2 years. That's fine. Oh, actually, do I want you to add an extra slipway? One adds an extra slipway. What if the other went, like, super large? Yeah, let's get some differentiation going on. Add another large amount of capacity. So the Bracknell Exile is going to focus on super large, and the Villa Sempre is going to be just be able to produce, like, a couple of cargo ships for us. Because I probably want a couple of cargo ships minimum. Oh, the Patupi can't be overhauled as its class as a freighter, and freighters do not require overhaul. Good point. It's not classed as a freighter, but it's a commercial vessel, I think is what it means. So if we go back, select the Patupi, 7x5 system bodies. It should do that now. And we have an active research lab. Actually, quite a few inactive research labs. We've got 6 inactive. Right. How long would it take us to do nuclear pulse engine? It's only 5,000. And with 40% bonus times 4 is 160% bonus. That is an acceptable date. So basically, our cargo ships are going to have not nuclear thermal engines. They're going to have nuclear pulse engines. They're going to be pretty awesome. And these cargo ships are going to be large. They're going to basically carry over the stuff we'll need for Mars. So, you know, mines, infrastructure. We'll also need to get to work on the infrastructure fairly soon. And then we'll also think about IO. I don't know if we're going to go for a normal colony or if we're going to go for an automated colony there. It depends on the colony cost. I don't really know how much a 6 times colony cost is going to be for us, but we'll have to see. I don't know how to cool a planet either. I don't think you can. So you can add atmosphere, but you can... Can you add an atmosphere which is like a reflective gas to increase the albedo to reflect more light? You might be able to. I wonder if that could be done. I'll have to try it at some point. But yeah. I think we're a pretty good point to end this. Oh, we finished cryogenic transport. So let's set up a research, and we'll end this this individual episode. So, do I want to get any more of these? Fast gas cooled fast reactor, prerequisite for ion engines. I don't really want to jump that far ahead right now. That is a little bit further ahead than I was aiming for. I don't need any of these. Nope. Do I need... I mean, terraforming, increasing rate, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Might be nice. Allows the ship to perform the same task as the terraforming station with its orbit of a colony. Cool. Don't really need that. I would also probably want to use the infrastructure stuff because it's easier. Shipbuilding rate. Shipyard operations. It's also got a saving cost involved there. And it's fairly cheap. You know what? I might just pop that one out really quick. And that will be it for this episode. I'm just going to get rid of all that on the screen. Boop. There we go. Lovely. And before we end the episode, have we found any interesting asteroids? Options. Show asteroids if minerals. Show moons if minerals. Aha! Not much. Really not much. Not much. 20,000 uranium, not terrible. Especially because it's accessible, but still not great. Iridium? Okay. Okay. Faye, I know you're a comet. I think Wolf might be as well. The coronium isn't bad there, actually. Beesbrook, 20,000 Galisite. Halley's Comet, 40,000 neutronium, 66,000 Macassium. I really want to mine Halley's Comet. Such a famous comet as well. And quite a lot of conundrum, although it is 0.5 availability, which makes me actually probably not want to go for that. And in terms of comets, Wolf Harrington's coming in. Van Beezelbroek is going away. Do we have Halley's Comet around here somewhere? Oh, Halley's Comet's really far and going away. Yeah, I don't think any of these are particularly good choices to go for because you don't really want to be trying to ship stuff to them as they're going out system. Because it's just going to take you ages to get there. And if they're coming in system, they're about within the orbit of Uranus, and you want to start shipping stuff to them, that's great. Be really quick. But I don't fancy starting shipping stuff to the Far Agent Solar System when I can do it much quicker to anyone in here. But I think we're in a good position to end this. Currently, our industry is working on these research labs, and we should be done in about a year. We've got 3.5 left to do. After that, I think we'll start working on stuff to, you know, build on our new base on Mars. Straight to a colony on Mars. Oh yeah, that's just how I roll. I'm EnterElysium. If you enjoyed, please like, not subscribe. Please consider subscribing. And until next time, stay shiny.